Welcome to Wrestling with Reality. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I am John, and of course, joining me as always is my tag team partner, Mr. Rich Reardon. What's going on, my friend?
What's up, brother man? We are inching closer to our rendezvous in Vegas. Pretty excited about that, and hope you all had a great New Year, great holiday time. It's time to get back to business, get back on the train of life, and get back to work, man. So,
We're always back at work, right?
yeah, always. Short-lived. What's up, Laza?
We never get a break, it seems.
No, not for long. But it was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, it always is. Rabbi says Mazel Tov and a Happy New Year's to Laza's here. What's going on, Laza? Hopefully you all had a great New Year's. How about you, buddy? How was your neat start to your year been so far?
Well, it was good. It was really good, man. I mean, Phoenix, when you're in Phoenix, man, and you hear the fireworks going off, it's like a war zone. So, I mean, if you go and look at our night sky that night, it was insanity. You can find it on TikTok, and the people in Phoenix definitely showed out with their fireworks. So it was pretty.
I love the fireworks on fucking on New Year's when they do it like that, man.
The only thing I feel bad about is my little dog Willow. She freaks
You don't like
the
that
fuck out.
shit, right?
Oh my god, no. So.
It's all right. It's a couple times a year. They'll make do, right?
Right. Yeah,
They'll
be
make
right.
do. Hey, yo, it's 2026 time for
There's
WWR.
Rand. We haven't seen you in a couple weeks, man. Joey's here.
Natty New Year. I hope 2026 and Dynamite goof on here. Fireworks. Lots of gunplay in my area. Where you living in? Compton, Rabbi? You living in Memphis?
No, he lives in fucking Rewind's house.
You living in Portland, Oregon?
That apartment with them skateboards in the background.
Happy New Year. Hopefully it was wonderful in Australia for you, Laza. It's been a great start to the year, though, so far. And we got a fun topic tonight. We're going to eventually get to the greatest Royal Rumble moments of all time. I love the fucking Royal Rumble, bro. I'm so disappointed in it this year.
I'm so disappointed in it, too, man. It's only getting watered down even more, you know?
Fucking, it's got to be in Saudi Arabia.
It's in Saudi Arabia, and then they're doing Mania in Saudi Arabia, too. And it's just like, come on, man. Next Mania is in Saudi Arabia.
Give me a fucking break. You know, don't they get enough? Come on, like they're fucking rich as all rich can be, man.
I understand everybody's like rah rah, thank God Vince McMahon's gone and shit like that. But the more shit happens like this, the more of it I miss Vince, dude.
Vince would have never let that shit happen, bro.
I think he would have.
I don't think he would have.
I don't think he would have let Mania happen there, but Royal Rumble obviously has already happened there with the greatest Royal Rumble.
I don't think he would have done one of the big four. You know, I don't think he would have done one of those.
Well, he did the Royal Rumble there before, didn't he? The greatest Royal Rumble.
This will be the first year the Royal Rumble's been done in Saudi Arabia.
Well, they had one because Braun Strowman won it. Remember that it was,
the greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Royal Rumble. You know,
so they didn't count that as that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like their own separate thing that they did. I think they did it once or twice.
Rabbi says WWE for Goof of the Week.
Could be. I didn't really pay attention to the product this week. Did you?
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't. I saw the highlights. I tried to watch Raw and I fucking fell asleep during it. So
I didn't even try to watch the highlights, to be honest with you. Yeah. I mean,
Lunacy. Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy stuff going on with Lunacy. I'll tell you that. Like you and I have talked about it, and you know, Russo seems to spoil his stuff on his Patreon before it ends up happening. But Matt Cardona was on Lunacy. He was the Vampiro Swerve and won the title. And then on the same week, he ends up showing up back to SmackDown. So he signs with WWE again.
I signed up for his Patreon, for Russo's Patreon recently. It's worth it, like $10 a month, bro. He gives you content like nonstop. Even if you don't like it all, it's really good, actually. You know? Yeah. And I used to listen to him a lot through the years and stuff. So I wanted to give back a little bit of my money because of all the hard work he's done on Lunacy, because we've enjoyed the product for the most part since we've watched it, you know, and things like that. And we'll always throw it back. And he does a good product, man. You get your money's worth on his Patreon. But he fucking spoils the show constantly on there and tells you people who are going to be on the show that they haven't even been on, you know, because they tape them so far in advance, you know. He spoiled Cardona. He spoiled Ken Anderson's coming up, you know. So Somebody's better tell them to chill out on it if when you pre-tape shows to giving out the information like that on your own channels, man.
I think that's the problem with all wrestling nowadays is it gets spoiled before it even fucking happens. You got production crew leaking shit. They'll take pictures of different surprises or rumor and innuendo that they hear about and they share it, and it's like they've effectively killed the wrestling business in a lot of ways. Like you don't get the surprise like we did when we were kids when we watch it. I mean, you literally aren't getting the firsthand ooh and ah moment when you watch it anymore. It's
even like
ruined.
They're blatant about it too. Like Adam Pearce did something today I saw where he was breaking the walls down. He was talking about Raw tomorrow. So
that's Jericho.
Of course, they're giving up that Jericho's either going to come back home soon or he's going to be on Raw this week, one or the other. It's probably more for the later because I'm sure they'll wait till the Rumble for him. Yeah, I don't know, Rabbi. If it was me, even if it's in Saudi, you got to wait for the Rumble for it.
You got to wait for the Rumble for Jericho to come out, dude.
100%. I know it's the first Raw of the year, the year anniversary of being on Netflix tomorrow. And I'm gonna tune in tomorrow night, to be honest with you.
I will too. They're gonna try and pair it in because of the Y2J thing. Like, they're obviously gonna tie that in. It'll be cool if he does like a cameo. I don't want to see him wrestle right off the bat. I want to see him come in at Rumble and fucking have a good moment.
I want it to be Rumble though.
I want it to be Rumble too. They're gonna use him like they use Brock Lesnar, and it's really sporadic. It's not gonna be he's not gonna be like CM Punk and work every.
He's gonna get 3 or 4 feuds a year. 3 or 4 feuds a year. They might go on.
We may see a title run of Y2J again. Do you think so? I think they may put the title on him.
I think he's definitely a potential too, depending upon how long he's going to go for. If he's going to go,
they'll do it on Raw though. It won't be SmackDown.
No, I agree with you. I could see them doing it with him again. Giving him one last run with the belt type of thing. To me, if you're going to bring him back, I want to see him as the Painmaker style character, like when he first came into AEW, man. Like
if they do the learning tree, it's going to be hot garbage.
It's over if they do that. I'd love to see them, have him come in as like the Painmaker again, and I'd love to see him create his own faction of his own, kind of like he did with the Inner Circle.
I truly hope that he comes out to Judas instead of
that same. It's got to.
You have to, dude.
He's got to, and he owns the song. It's his fucking work, so it's not like it's a problem. He can do anything he wants. Like
you have to at this point.
He might have made the list, but Adam Pearce sucks to me as a character. I think he's terrible. Just got to throw it. He makes my list of sucking,
Right. Rabbi, is this the week? It's a new year. So have you found your courage and your nutsack, and are you actually going to come on the show? Or
come on, Rabbi.
Come on, Rabbi.
Give me the cheers applause.
Don't be a poon.
I would say I don't want old ass Jericho back, but I gave up on WWE this past year. Yeah, I don't want old ass Jericho back either. I want to see him come back with Judas, Painmaker style, and I'd love to see him
in fucking great shape, by the way.
He is, man. He's looking good. What is he, like 55 or something?
Yes.
52 or something?
Mm-hmm.
He's up there. If Y2J comes in, it's going to be break the walls down, Judas, and they're going to use Stranger Things as a way to bring them in. The world's going upside down. That's the plan that they're planning out for tomorrow night on Raw. Okay, so they are doing something with Stranger Things, the TV show, Ram. I heard something like that.
I'll buy you a Boston Scully yarmulke, Rabbi.
All right, there you go. He's got you. He's got you. Have you watched Stranger Things?
I have seen Stranger Things. I have not seen the new season.
Oh, you're fucking missing something. It's tremendous.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah. It's a really good ending, I think. Some people didn't like the ending. I loved it. That's just me. So
that's cool.
I heard they were doing something with Stranger Things and Netflix. Okay, so I don't know what it is, Rand, but I think it's a great way to bring him back with the Judas character too.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to do a spin-off for Stranger Things. You'll have another show.
That's kind of the thing about Netflix now is like they're fucking, they're running off some of the shows and the people that they bring on there. They want to highlight on there. WWE has to kind of throw them in. It's kind of cheesy sometimes.
Yeah. Goof of the week probably should be WWE. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't want to see Royal Rumble and Saudi, but hey, whatever. Nothing we can do about it. Money talks and bullshit walks, right?
Well, I don't know if you heard about the rumors that they're trying to bring Jake Paul in to wrestle with Logan Paul so they go against the Usos. I'm dead serious, dude.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Was he going to come back with his fucking mouth puffed out to there?
I don't know.
He ain't going to be getting the mic and talking and shit, bro.
They're trying to get him for Mania next year at Saudi Arabia. They want him to come out with Logan Paul and then take on the Usos.
God. Do you want to see that?
No.
Nah.
I want less Logan. I want less Paul brothers.
Yeah, me too. Though I will say Logan's a great heel.
He's a great heel and he's a great worker. The guy is just...
He's just a pompous ass.
I just don't like him being involved in my product that I love so much since I was a kid. Like, I want him gone.
Thanks for clarifying that, Ray. And yeah, I hadn't seen much this week. I just haven't been on much social media or anything like that. So I heard they were doing something, but I haven't seen any of it. So I'll have to go check it out a little bit and see, because I love the show. And I think incorporating it is a smart move because it's the hottest show out there right now, even though they're ending it. So it's definitely the most trending thing, I think, going on this week. So I think it's a smart idea for them to do it, kind of capitalize on it. So I hopefully something cool comes out of it for Jericho. It'd be nice to see. I'm going to check out Raw tomorrow.
Laza, this was one of the highest rated shows we ever did. John did a really good breakdown on that when they held him up the last time, and they were stuck on the tarmac and shit. And it's like, and Vince peacefully got away, like easily got on his private jet and took off.
We got like 35,000 views or some shit like that when we put that up that night. We were right on top of it.
It's total. It's total fucking blood money. Like, it
is, man.
CM Punk wasn't wrong, you know. No. He shouldn't even have fucking apologized.
I remember when that shit happened, and me and you were just like, "What in the fuck, man?" They just got held up on the fucking tarmac.
Well, not only that, you got to look that journalist that was fucking executed,
killed and dismembered, you know. And then we welcomed him into our country recently, you know, with open arms, like he's a good man.
Yeah, kiss the ring, you know.
Yeah, seriously, like some good fucking guy, man. Yeah. Hence, let's not forget this piece of garbage chopped somebody up, dismembered them, and didn't give a fuck about them. You know.
You ever seen The Lord of War?
No.
It's a great Nicolas Cage movie where he's an arms dealer, and
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the way they pay him is in blood diamonds. They cut these diamonds off and they hand them to him every time he does a deal or a transaction for guns and shit in Africa. And it's like, I always picture that when Triple H and all them are sitting at the table. Fucking Saudi Prince just cuts off these blood diamonds and slides it over to him for payment.
Yeah. What do you think it's like to do business with people like that? That you know that
God, I never would. I would never know. You know.
They did.
Would never know, man.
Yeah, they did Punk promo with a Stranger Things kind of feel to it with Breaker. Okay, that's cool. Interesting.
You think Breaker goes home with the title?
No, I don't.
I think it gets thrown out in a disqualification and they set it up for
some bullshit thing, you know? It'll be some bullshit thing that they're going to do. Punk's going to hold on to it, I think, probably to WrestleMania.
You think they let Punk main event one of the nights?
I do. You know, I think he's going to be involved in something big for the show. I think it's got to be centered around him in some way. I really wonder what the main event is going to be this year, you know? Cody's got to be in it somehow, right?
Yeah, it's going to be Cody Rhodes and
Roman Reigns.
If I was to guess, probably. I hope not.
It's going to be.
I fucking hope not.
It's going to be Cody Roman 3. It's going to be, bro. That's my prediction. If I was to guess,
what if they do Brock and Cody? Man, how horrible would that be? I think they're setting up the Gunther Brock feud tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, Gunther and Brock makes the most sense out of it. You know.
Yeah.
Then there is the potential for Randy and, you know, Cody down the road too. But I think more than likely you're going to get Cody Roman 3 for the main event of WrestleMania this year. And then I don't know who they're.
What if they do Cody? What if they do Cody Randy for Mania?
They could. You know, I don't think it would sell as good as Cody and Roman 3 though.
Ugh. I hate that you say that because
it's true though. You know it.
Yeah.
Cody Roman 3 is going to way oversell. You know, Cody versus.
I don't know, because that's to me. Well, I mean, money wise, yes, I agree with you. Yeah. But as far as like what real wrestling fans want to see, we want to see the mentor and the student storyline. Yeah,
we do, but we also want to see the one that's going to be the most mainstream matchup between the two most mainstream players of the last 5 to 10 years.
I want to see Cody as a heel against Randy Orton.
I want to see him as a heel against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I want to see Paul Heyman with him.
Yeah.
I want to see him stick it right to Roman Reigns again. And I want Roman to go in with a different role this time. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, and then you have to have The Rock come back and corrupt.
No, you don't got to have The Rock come back. Keep The Rock the fuck away, man.
Yeah, keep him away.
He botched up enough this year.
If he would have went along with what he had going on, it would have been great.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Mm-hmm. Like, I loved when he came out here to Phoenix and he told us all that we smoked crack. You know? Keep smoking your crack.
You saw him at that one live, didn't you? Yeah. It was a good moment, man.
Go smoke more crack.
The Rock was phenomenal with that last Cody versus Roman 2 build up. He was phenomenal in it. But I think you got to flip the,
Chris Jericho is Cody's manager. I don't know about that.
I think it'll be Chris Jericho and CM Punk, if you ask me. I think they might main event one night. I think you might get Chris Jericho and CM Punk.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they had a great feud before. So they had a great feud before. There's also Gunther and Jericho, which could be a fun one as well. But I think it's more likely, like what you guys are saying, and what Laz is saying here, Brock passing the torch to Gunther. If they don't do it at WrestleMania with Brock and Gunther, it's going to be at SummerSlam, because the rumor is he's retiring at SummerSlam this year.
Brock?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
So was SummerSlam where he debuted, won his first title or something?
It's just the end of his contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so his contract's ending at SummerSlam this year. So that's the rumor, is that he.
I'm going to be real. I'm fine with Brock going away.
I am too. I think it's time. I do. Mm-hmm. I think it's time. I mean, it's not like the dude hasn't made just a fucking boatload full of money
over German suplexes.
Yeah, and working a few dates a year, and coming and going and being a miserable prick and all that shit.
They're not even good German suplexes.
No, no. So I'm fine with him riding off in the sunset.
Me too.
Just fading away into obscurity. Nothing against him. I've enjoyed a lot of Brock Lesnar moments through the years.
Yep.
The Brock boombox will always live as one of my favorite.
Be the GOAT. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, he was fucking tremendous with the boombox.
Two of my favorite moments was when R-Truth came out and said he was coming in the Royal Rumble. He was going after Paul Heyman. Yep. And he broke Brock. And then my second favorite was when he came out to Hogan and was like, "Party's over, Grandpa."
He could be so great when he wants to.
Yeah.
The Homelander turn is the 1,000% way to do Cody Rhodes. I know you've never seen The Boys, Richie, but if you've ever watched the show, Homelander's the biggest heel in there, and he looks like Cody Rhodes does in a lot of ways. And Homelander as a heel in this show is absolutely one of the best you'll ever see. He's so good in it.
Cody Rhodes was a great heel in New Japan.
He would be a tremendous heel in WWE as this Homelander style, man. He'd be great.
Yeah.
He'd be fucking phenomenal in that role.
Well, the way they could do that, and I know she's obnoxious and it's fucking nauseating to see her, is you bring Brandy out, because 100%. That's such a... Everybody hates her as it is, so like...
Dude, the heel heat you're going to get for that wench, she is...
Bring her out and get her involved.
She is just awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Awful, awful, awful. She is. Les, I saw that, buddy. Yes. Always great to see some old school Don Fry fights from back in the day, from Pride especially.
God, anybody got an update on Don Fry? Is he doing okay?
I haven't seen anything on him. I love the video though. It's one I love watching that match between those two, Les. I've seen it a few times before. They're really good. But no, I don't have any updates on him. I haven't seen anything. This is Don Fry. Okay,
he'll be all right.
You could plug this guy about 20 times, man, right in the chest, and Don's gonna fucking pop back out of it and say, "That all you got? Give me a little drink.
Give me a little drink of that horse trough."
Oh yeah, if you really want to kill his career, pair him up with that fucking clown.
You guys always
pair him up with her.
Sprinkle that natty in there.
Oh, fucking sprinkle her the fuck out, man. Have they forgot about her on the show yet? Jesus. The irony that she starts coming back on the show and I stop watching Raw again. There's nothing that's coincidental about that.
Yeah, there's no correlation there.
Yeah, none at all. I was putting Raw over week after week. And you pop her back on the fucking screen again, and you lose my view. Yeah. I don't even know what you got going on now. Sorry. I'm not even reading the fucking spoilers as long as I know
That's
she's
fucking hilarious. You won't even watch the highlights now.
No, she graces my spoilers. I'm fucking blocking that fucking website so I never have to look at it again.
Well, Cody Rhodes could always bring back the paper bag gimmick and put it over her fucking head.
Bro, Cody Rhodes as, what was it, Dashing Cody Rhodes or whatever? He was great as Dashing Cody Rhodes. All right.
I thought so too. The Stardust shit was horrible, but the Dashing Cody Rhodes was pretty funny.
It was phenomenal, bro.
Especially when he broke his nose.
Oh yeah, and he wore that thing around with the paper bag and acted like he was just. He acted like he was like the most ugly creature in the world or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Smoke and Mirrors, Cody Rhodes, and that theme song was fucking phenomenal too. Hold on. Got to play it on here.
Oh, Smoke and Mirrors.
Got to fucking play that one. Just thinking about Cody Rhodes, Smoke and Mirrors brings back that fucking phenomenal theme song of his.
He was the first one to bring the white Intercontinental title back too.
Yeah, and it's my favorite belt on it too. All right, let's see. Here we go. Just for us.
Hell yeah. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
He's so hateable in it, right?
Right.
He's so hateable in it. It's so perfect. It's so perfect.
Pretty damn funny.
So what else? What's on some of your modern topics for the week of interest to you? Anything?
I just want to know where they're headed with Mania. It's kind of interesting to me that they don't really. It's kind of like last year, man. They didn't have a solid game plan leading up to it. Like you felt like everything was up in the air. Which the year prior to that, everything was sewn up. They told great stories and it all tied together well. So I'm not really sure what they're going to do, or especially with like LA Knight, like what the fuck are they? Where are they going to put him at? Like are they going to turn him heel eventually? Like. There's a lot of moving pieces right now. You got the Usos. They're back as a tag team where you had fucking Jey Uso in the main event last year.
They're holding the belts now too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
He ruined his own fucking chance. It's so funny to watch Rikishi crash out over it because it's like, dude, he ruined his own fucking shit. Mm-hmm. Go look at the John Cena fucking farewell night. He literally fucking was plastered drunk on his interview. And people wonder why he's not involved.
Yeah, he's been plastered drunk on the camera about fucking 10 times for them now.
Well, and I just love it because everyone, all the wrestling forums and stuff, everybody crashes out about it. And they're like, he deserves to be in it. WWE's racist and all this fucking shit. They're like, I want to be like, they put him in the fucking main event and had him win last year against Gunther.
And he's making millions of dollars a year doing this.
How racist are they to do that? Yeah. It's like he blew his own shot. And to be honest with you, he's not even that good. He's got an entrance that connects with the crowd. That's it.
Bro, he hates when people say that he's just an entrance.
It's just an entrance.
It is. That's all it is, man. It's just an entrance. And then
it's an entrance and 5 super kicks in fucking the course of, a 12-minute match.
It's a great moment when he first comes out, and then the match starts and people don't give a fuck anymore.
No, because he's a tag team wrestler for life.
Yeah. And I mean, they're a great tag team. Don't get me wrong.
They're a great tag team.
Phenomenal.
One of the greatest.
Yeah. But
very irresponsible and stupid, though.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah.
But dumb fuck's being nice, too. I mean, this guy's had more chances than anybody.
It's embarrassing.
I can't see this bias, like that Rikishi thinks that they hate him,
Yeah.
And that everybody's out to
get him. He goes as far as to say Triple H is a racist.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna say that.
How many names has he tried to propel that have been African American or Hispanic or whatever? Sure. They just bought triple fucking A. Yeah. And they're showcasing it better than it ever has been.
Yeah.
But he's a racist?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't understand that.
Hundreds of thousands of live views on YouTube for AAA. Ask AAA if they've ever gotten that type of fucking numbers on
Never,
YouTube
dude.
before.
Never.
They're flourishing.
They turned a goof with a fucking iguana into a star.
Yeah. Seriously. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome. No, the guy's a boob, man. He really is.
Who's Dominic Mysterio going against this year?
Dom's hurt right now.
Yeah, he's hurt, but I'm sure he'll be back before Mania, don't you?
He's got to beat Ray finally here soon.
You think that's who they put him against?
At Mania, I think so. I think they can play this off one last time. I think it should be, honestly, I mean, there's going to be a lot of retirements this year. And to me, all joking aside about the deadbeat father that he is, and poor Dominic's upbringing from this man, but
no, I'll never joke from that. Rey Mysterio is a piece of shit father.
He's a piece of shit father, deadbeat motherfucker, but he is one of the all-time greats in the ring. So it's gonna be a sad day when he does hang it up, though.
I think Dominic Mysterio is better than Taz.
I think so too.
You know,
I have to agree. I would have to agree on that one.
I think Rabbi's yarmulke just fell off his head.
He doesn't have a response yet to that one. I think Y2J and Dom would be a lot of fun with those two.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be hilarious with Y2J and Dom?
Yeah, that would be a good one, but I think LA Knight and Jericho is one I want to see for sure.
I would love to see that too. I'm all for both of those.
Yeah,
To
the
me,
promos for LA Knight and Jericho would be great.
To me, if you're really going to go with the first feud for him, if they're not going to go this route with Ray and Dominic, I'd want to see Y2J or Jericho, Painmaker, however you want to do it, whatever way they bring him out. I want to see him and Dominic Guerrero. Them on the mic would be fucking gold, bro.
Yeah. See, I agree with Laz's take here. Cody Rhodes could be the corporate champion. LA Knight could be like your Stone Cold.
I like it.
Chasing the title anti-company, man. I love it.
I like it. It worked before, and you can make it work again with people, right?
Well, they're regurgitating storylines every fucking week that they do this shit.
Man, it's the most overdone shit ever, man.
Rewind. That was so hard for you to type. That had to have been hard for Rewind to type, dude.
Hurting him.
Dude, that hurt your fingers. I know it.
Dude, Rewind chastised you last week for not including Taz on the grid.
Not including a guy that exposes himself at a salon to an underage woman.
He was very hot at you. I apologize for you on there, but
yeah, I don't support pedos.
He was very upset about that, my friend.
Yeah.
The only way that Ray's retiring is whenever Dom comes back as a hero. That's going to happen. How they're going to do it, and from then on, Dom's going to be a hero for a little bit and heal again. See, I like that too. You know. I just think Ray's time is coming up soon.
It has to. He's injured every 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's a great storyline, though, if you ever wanted to turn Dom babyface, which I don't think they want to anytime soon because it's not played out.
Do the I'm sorry, I love you thing like they did with Ric Flair pretty much, too. You know?
Yeah. Maybe not. You know what would be great, though, if they had Dom retire Ray, and then down the road, they get Ray out of retirement, one last time to help Dominic when everybody turns on him.
Fuck, I hope not, dude. Don't do that. They do that too much.
No, it'd be like a couple years down the road and Ray could still get in there and do the Ray shit,
Yeah.
He never, just have Dom end him and then one day down the road have Ray be the person that finally saves him. That Macho Man type moment, when you go out and then
Ray needs to go work in management over at AAA.
He'd be a good on-screen character over there too.
They need to make him a talent relations guy or something like that.
I wonder if does AAA have a weekly show? Is it on YouTube? Where's the AAA weekly show on? Do they have one?
I don't know. Probably Telemundo.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody knows about that, let me know. I'd love to watch the show if it was done in English every week. Every time I watch AAA, I think it's phenomenal, man. Some of the most
it is put together stuff. Very well.
But to be honest with you, it's one of the things that made me love WCW the most because I love the luchador wrestling. I thought it was so fucking cool, man. I remember seeing Psychosis and Ray from ECW when I was a kid, and I remember seeing Malenko, Jericho, Psychosis, Ray, all those guys, in ECW. And then when they started showing up on WCW every week, and the first match was always the cruiserweights, man. That hooked me right from the start of the show as a teenager.
Yeah, I liked Rey Mysterio, Juventud, La Parca,
the chairman,
Ciclope.
Yeah, Damien 666.
Yeah. Maybe not.
How can we forget the greatest luchador of all time?
Who's Silver King?
No, El Dandy.
El Dandy. Yeah,
dude.
Well, if Bret Hart's willing to fucking put you over,
El Dandy is a gem of guy, bro.
He is.
Can you imagine the money that was left on the table with the Bret Hart and El Dandy feud? Why that never came to fruition,
dude? El Dandy would have took that United States Championship so quick.
I heard an interview with Bret recently where somebody asked him the El Dandy question.
What did he say?
He said that he really wanted to work a feud with him. That he felt that there was something they could have done with it after those couple of promos.
He wasn't serious. No way.
Bret, that's what Bret does, though. He fucks with people and makes you believe it that he's serious, but I think he kind of was, that he wanted to do a small
fucking
way with El Dandy after doing those things, man.
That would have been pure comedy, dude.
I remember watching it as a kid, and WCW was some pretty shit product at that point. And I remember watching that, and you seeing Bret do the El Dandy thing.
Listen, Americano is an American adore. He's not a luchador. He's an American adore.
Yes. He's an American hero too.
And he's from the Gulf of America, so don't you forget it.
Speaking of Americano, did you see fucking Chad Gable recently?
He's shredded.
My God, bro, that guy's got muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles.
That guy looks like he's been taking steroids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude.
Yeah, he's used that time effectively to train, right?
His balls had to have shriveled up the way he looks.
Just a little.
Good God.
Just a little.
You don't put that much muscle on unless you're fucking juicing. Just ask Conor McGregor.
Just let this guy go now. Looking if he's looking like that and he's pissing normal and he's not failing drug tests.
Oh, he will.
Well, I'm just saying they're obviously going to start hyping him up soon, looking like that. So
does he come back as Americano though?
I don't think so. Maybe.
You have to.
You have to
have him go against the imposter Americano.
You know who one of the imposters is? Whatever the names are that they give him. I forget. I don't watch the show that much, but Pete Dunne, Butch is one of them, I guess. Poor Pete, man. He was great in NXT.
He really was, and that's another example of like Triple H like builds these guys up all but like you could hand them the title almost, and it's like Nick Hogan's Americano. Don't hold your breath. Yeah,
it's a good comment. Though. He's gonna get he needs a round of applause for that one. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Rewind.
We didn't even give Rabbi his booze when he came in.
Well, when he earns one later, we'll give him one.
There you go.
Maybe a few. Put Gable in orange and black with a ratty towel over his head. Money will be printed. Boy, they're calling Rewind out tonight. They're trying to draw him out.
Yep.
You guys are all after him.
Yep.
I support our neighborhood friendly trash man, my good friend Jason. So I'm not turning on him like all you guys.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the show in a while, but I suspect he's wearing his yarmulke hat tonight.
Dude, he'd be a fucking blast to hang out with on the truck.
Dude. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Dude, that guy would be the best to be like riding around with all day.
Yeah. Kind of wish he was going to Vegas too. That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be a fun one.
He'd be flogging people randomly and shit.
Have you ever seen that movie Men at Work?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Charlie Sheen and Emilio. Like,
yep.
That'd be like hanging out with Rewind on the truck all day. Golf clap.
Jesus Christ.
What a great movie, too. I shot him in the ass.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Oh, my God. Rewind. It'd be a fun one to hang out with you there.
Yeah. He would put the towel over? Yeah, probably. You're probably right on that.
Gable looks fucking good, though, man. He is in shape.
He's jacked.
Yeah.
In the most non-homosexual way, he looks good, yeah.
So Scott Hall.
Yeah. Shit's fucking hilarious.
Oh, Jesus. Who's your prediction for Royal Rumble winner, though, right now? I'm sure we'll talk about it again, but if you're thinking right, you think it's Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Or Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Roman Reigns, I think.
How the fuck do they do that to people, though, dude? Like, somebody that's out all year long, and then you just, like, people are breaking their back fucking every week, going to these shows and putting them over the moon, and then you just have a fucking guy like Roman Reigns stroll in there and go, yep, I'm going straight to the main event at Mania for the 12th time.
Does he have the greatest fucking schedule ever?
Dude.
He rolls in for like a month, does a couple of, promos, does a couple of fucking beatdowns, gets beat up once.
Gets paid a fucking generational wealth fortune for it.
Yeah. Does one match, leaves for 4 months again, comes back, does it again, repeat,
like
rinse.
Brock.
Yeah. It's just, God, give me that schedule. You're literally working probably. Yeah. And that money. He's making like $10 million a year to do absolutely fucking nothing.
Jack shit.
Yeah. Nothing.
Doesn't even break a sweat most times in his fucking matches. Like,
I think the biggest problem with pro wrestling these days is trying to reinvent the wheel too much. They don't have anything that is good that works, and they should come back to stuff that works, that is time tested, more or less an idea that has come that's good enough to actually reinvent the wheel. Yeah.
That's what made Lunacy so unique, is they went back to the characters and stuff like that. I'll tell you this, I was telling you about this. I even went back and watched the beginning of AEW when it first started. I watched up to season 2 because after that it just goes downhill quick. But the first 2 seasons of AEW Dynamite what I loved about it is the characters, the slow burn storytelling, the characters, all that stuff that they did. They were really on a good track with Cody Rhodes there and everything like that. And Lunacy did the same thing. The characters brought interest. You had your comedic relief with cocaine and people like that. Like, that's what WWE is missing. They all look the fucking same. And they all have simple names, simple characters, no backstory, no nothing. You know, like, look at Obafemi, for instance. I don't know anything about Obafemi.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a fucking goof that comes out there. Make me care about this person. You know, make me care about the character, like how you brought in Kane, which is one of the greatest storytelling of all time in wrestling. You know, you made me care about the character Kane. You made me care about the Undertaker, their backstory. You made me think they were brothers and stuff like that. Like, that's where WWE has lost their way.
Well, you know what I think the problem is too? The reason why we don't know a lot of the backstories of the characters, we don't know much about them. Unless you're watching every show that they put together every week, you're never going to know all this stuff anymore. There's too much. Yeah. It's oversaturated. Back in our day, you just had Raw, you know, and you had Nitro. You had the ones fighting each other, and then you had ECW on their night for an hour a week or whatever they gave you. You had Raw, you had Nitro. And then when they started to overcomplicate it, when they started to bring in Thunder, then they started to bring in, you know, SmackDown and all that, that's when you saw the product become very watered down. And the ideas that you guys are talking about, where they're always thinking they have to reinvent the wheel, it's because their mind's spinning too many different ways, because they got too many different products and too many different people they have to serve and too many people they have to get over. You know, they're not focusing on the nuts and bolts. What got them there? There's too much product. That's why we don't know it, you know. If you watch NXT every week and you've been a big, loyal follower of that brand and it's your show, you're going to know probably Obafemi's backstory and be hyped up for him to come in, you know. If you don't watch it, you get the reaction that me and you gave where we're like, the fuck do I care about this guy?
Yeah, well, make it interesting again to where we do give a shit about it, you know? It's like, but even when they did do that, like a Shinsuke Nakamura or somebody like that, and you brought him up to the main roster, got one of the hugest fucking pops of all time on SmackDown, and then you did dick with him. You know, and he was one of the only ones that won the Royal Rumble and then lost his WrestleMania match.
Well, here's the fucking problem with the way that they book things and stuff, especially when they're bringing up new talent, is they are automatically assuming that everybody watches every week NXT and then Raw and SmackDown. And that's not the way that it is. And that's, you can't write a show based upon that everybody's going to know your people. The reality is, only about 500,000 people are watching that show every week and know who this person is that's coming up from the NXT brand, and that's coming up on your screen, that's getting promoted. Only 500,000 people about every week are actually knowing this stuff and watching it week after week after week and know this. The other couple of million that are out there viewing your product don't have a fucking foggiest idea who any of these people are. You know.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hope you're feeling better, buddy. Hopefully you're feeling better than earlier. I know you told us earlier you weren't feeling too good, so hopefully you're doing better, buddy. See, I could get behind an AJ Styles winning the Rumble and doing something like that. I could get behind that. Is it going to happen? I don't think so, but no. I would definitely, I could get behind it. The biggest storyline that was never told would have been awesome to see, to have those. Bring back the territories. The biggest storyline that would have been told would have been cool to see the Bray Wyatt. Turns out that the Bray Wyatt family is Kane's other side of the family, and Paul Bearer is their uncle. Would have been a sweet tie-up storyline. $1 Million Man being the guy that brought it out. That would have been a lot of investigative in there to put that together. That's when you would really rely on the fact that people would know all the backstories of the stuff that's going on. So yeah, absolutely, Rabbi. Not everybody has Netflix or cable to watch the product, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with the product. They've got so many fucking shows now and stuff like that. It's wild. I didn't even know Cardona came back until you told me.
Yeah, he came back on. We didn't cover that yet. He came back on SmackDown this week and beat one of the guys from whatever that group is, Pretty Deadly or something like that. Pretty Wild or whatever the fuck their name is. I don't think they're a tag team anymore. But
you think he does anything this run? Or you think they keep him the way they did before, how they booked him before, where he was just a mid-card at best, or, you know, the pre-show of WrestleMania and stuff? I think Cardona does have the upside to him.
I think he's got a huge upside to him, and I think he's had a phenomenal run outside of the company. And dare I say, a better run than he's ever had when he was with the WWE. Yeah. So that's not to degrade anything that he's done before, because he's done a ton of great stuff here. Do I think he has a better run this time? I absolutely 100% do. And I think
you think they bring back Brian Myers?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Nobody wants him. He's the Genetti, bro, and he's not even that talented.
Yeah.
You know, just being honest. You know, people like Brian Myers, they like him, but he's the flunky, man. He's the hanger-oner, and he's smart for it.
Yeah, he's made a lot of money, I'll tell you that.
I mean, millions a year, I bet, right?
Yeah.
He's got that huge wrestling figure line.
Probably just off of merchandise.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing pretty damn well for themselves by the way that they're doing it. So
yeah, for sure.
I think it's an interesting dynamic between those two because it's funny. Usually you see fame break people up that have been friends for a long time and been partners for a long time in some way. Those two never let it. So I think it's a strong sign of both their characters too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think they both know their roles on where they fit in too. And I don't think it bothers either of them.
Right.
You know, and I like that about them.
Yeah, I do too.
I think Cardona is a little bit obnoxious sometimes, but you know.
Yeah, he can be. A little full of himself too.
He's very full of himself. You know, he's insanely full of himself, but I still wish him all the best.
Absolutely.
Okay. So they're broken up now. Yeah, they didn't really do shit with them on the roster at all. We're the likes of Memphis, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, ECW was genius. They look like they reinvented the wheel where they actually did a lot of stuff that was time tested. Yeah, that was the beauty of the territories back in the day. Yeah. And people would recycle the storylines that they had seen from the other territories too. Things that they had done. You know, people in New York might not have seen what somebody was doing down south. So
yeah,
that was the kind of the cool thing. But the territories were dying and dead when I was a kid, so I can't really.
Yeah, you know, I see this happening too. I think they might have a collaboration with Chelsea and him on screen probably.
You think he gets involved in knocking her off with Ethan, or do you think that they keep Ethan involved with them?
I think him and Ethan have been involved off screen with a feud before where they were just talking shit to each other. Like kayfabe, obviously, on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think all the components are there to tell a good storyline with that, you know. And maybe you have Chelsea Green have to make a choice between the two of them and stuff like that. I think you could tell a lot of good shit on there.
She was really winning me over, bro, and then she ruined it.
How'd she ruin it?
When she backtracked on the stuff with Hulk Hogan that she had said about
it. She should have never done that.
Yeah.
She should have never done that.
She fucking won me over with her comments. And I liked her work too, and I still do. I'm not saying I don't. But I was really like having big amounts of respect for her and really was like, oh man, I want to see more of her in the big time now. You know? Like she was really winning me over not only as a performer, but as a person.
Yeah.
And then she caved to the fucking you know, social justice
warriors.
Yeah, fucking SJW world. You know, she fucking caved within 5 seconds instead of just saying
what she should have stuck to her guns and said, you know what, I respect the man. I didn't respect the mistake he made. Deal with it.
Yeah. Man did this, and this. You know, he made a mistake. We're all human beings and fucking make them. You know, I'm talking about the performer and the legacy that he had for this business. But no, she fucking backtracked on it. So I don't know. I lost a little bit for her of respect for her for that.
Isn't it still weird the fact that Hulk Hogan's not alive anymore? Like I still feel weird about that when I talk about that.
Yeah.
It's just strange.
Yeah. It is, man. It's
strange. Like, it's not a world I like living in, a world without Hulk Hogan.
Nah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. It's I see a Hulk Hogan clip, I bet you, every single day of some sorts.
I get sad that they still, I'm glad that his beer company is still making money and generating for his family and stuff like that. But it still makes me sad when they pull the commercial up on Raw. They have the Real American Beer, and it's like, damn, dude, like, you know, it's just a weird feeling him not being alive anymore.
Yeah, yeah, it's like we talked about that one night, man. It's like your childhood dies in 1 second, right there.
Yeah, that was such a heavy episode too. I'll never forget that. That was one of the hardest podcasts I think we ever had to do on here.
Yeah, he was something, man. The wrestling world without him isn't the same.
Yeah,
never will be.
I don't think he got the respect that he deserved when he passed.
No, never. I agree. When we're talking about old content, though, too, is a good thing is we were talking about this last week, but Netflix is starting to upload the content to Netflix now.
Thank God, by the way.
Little by little. They got a lot of the...
so upset, dude. I was like, God damn it. Because I didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, maybe they'll keep it on for a little bit till they figure it out. No, they took that shit off the night of the 31st.
Oh, yeah. It was done. It was done. They're
I canceled my Peacock subscription. I was like, fuck this.
I am right after the NFL season's done. So as soon as the NFL season's done, mine's going kaput too because there's no reason. People were like, "Oh, they still got Saturday night's main event and NXT on there." Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, I'll find that on one of the wrestling forum sites.
Yeah,
where
I'll save my $13 a month so I don't have to watch Saturday night's main event once every 3 months. I'm not gonna watch it anyways, most likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Peacock is going bye-bye for me. That's for sure too. Right after football season's over with, that's done. But they're slowly bringing it into Netflix. So they put a bunch of the WWE pay-per-views on there. Royal Rumbles are on there. I know that for sure. I think all the WrestleManias are by now. So they're slowly migrating it looks like, into Netflix. And
they have Raw Vault, which has a lot of the old episodes of Raw. Not all of them, unfortunately. They've severely edited a lot of them too.
But most of them.
Yeah, but most of them. And, I'm hoping that they do the same with SmackDown and follow suit. But
yeah, and then they're adding a lot of stuff to their YouTube as well. So I've been watching.
I just want the WCW content to come back. Like that's what I want.
They have a WCW. They have a WCW channel on YouTube. If you didn't know that, so
where they have everything.
Yeah, not everything, but pretty much they have lots of stuff. It's just not organized very well, But they run 24/7 content of WCW on it.
Yeah, I like watching chronologically,
I know. It's very scattered around, but if you ever want to watch on there, there's always content.
Yeah.
That's going on nonstop on the WCW channel, which is like crazy to me. It's like crazy to me when I see it, and I'm like, WCW is still running live on at least some platform still in 2026, and company's been gone for 25 years now.
Right.
Anyone see the Venezuela Hulk Hogan meme that's going around? I didn't see it, no.
Oh, Jesus. What a shit show we're living in right now.
Something.
You're quiet, piggy.
I wasn't queued up for it yet. Hold on, there we go.
Quiet,
piggy. That's what he said to Maduro. Quiet, piggy.
Quiet, piggy.
Jesus.
I'll leave that one be.
Yeah.
There was enough people having fucking meltdowns this weekend over it.
Jesus. Insane.
We got to say something about it, okay?
you can't help yourself.
I can't, bro. And I stay on politics all the time. You got one side that's parading around saying that this fucking guy, meaning our president, and once again, I'm saying this right here, I am not disrespecting anybody's group or any beliefs or our president in any way, shape, or form. I'm just calling an ace and a spade here. I'm calling out.
And I'm just going to speak freely. Both
you say whatever you want.
Both of your sides fucking suck, and they're both ran by absolute fucking lunatics.
Loons, man.
And that's why we're in the I feel like Hulk Hogan, and that's why this company's in the fucking shit position it's in.
One guy's going out there and breaking international fucking law and going in and running out and doing a fucking John Wick and grabbing the guy overnight, And then there's the other side that's crying about a fucking dictator getting snatched up. Man, I think everybody got fucked around this weekend, and some people fucked around and found out. And I think some people need to also realize that history's doomed to repeat itself. And
I just, the comedy for me is all the people in the streets saying, they're sitting there chanting "Free Maduro" and shit like that. I really want to tell them, like,
dopes.
Have you looked in this guy's fucking past? Because you wouldn't be saying that.
Was it 2 elections over there that he's lost, that he's kept himself in? This guy has starved the people out. He's a narco terrorist, that's out there. No, let's be realistic. They did the world a favor by snatching that fucking goof up. There's our goof of the week right there, Maduro.
Maduro. Maduro's the goof of the week. He fucked around and found out.
But we also are realistic to know that what was done
Trump's
was pretty
goof too.
Yeah, what was done was pretty fucking wrong too.
I'm sorry. When I woke up the next morning and like the memes just kept coming, and I couldn't help but laugh.
Oh, bro, the hypocrisy of people when you see it online, and you just
they had Maduro on one of them, and he's singing "Don't worry, be happy." They got him in the helicopter.
Oh, Christ, man. I mean, what a fucking world, bro.
Dude, that guy would go on every day and be dancing and peace, 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 peace.
Just doing the YMCA dance that he does.
He knew that shit was going to happen,
Let's be realistic, too. They could have snatched him up anytime they wanted over the course of the last fucking 8 years. All right, it could have been done the exact same way.
Let's put Maduro and Trump in the fucking main event of Mania. See what happens. This should be funny.
Put him in the main event of WrestleMania. Him and Maduro. Yeah. I'm banking on Donald all day on that one.
This match has been sponsored by McDonald's and the fish.
Who's winning, Donald or Maduro in a fucking WrestleMania main event?
I hope they knock each other out.
Donald's taking him out all day, bro.
Oh yeah, Donald. I don't know, dude. He had some. If you go back and watch that Mania where it was Vince versus him for the hair versus hair, when he threw some punches, I was like, God, that guy's never thrown a punch in his fucking life.
Bro, just imagine the showdown, like right in the middle of the ring. They're like Andre the Giant, fucking Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 3, like fucking getting up to each other, and then they're staring each other down, and then Donald just does this right to Maduro. Bro, the promos from Donald would be fucking worth the price of admission.
Dude, Rand, you've got to make that fucking meme, dude, where Trump is in the Dog the Bounty Hunter wig or something.
Oh
yes.
My God.
Somebody
would go viral. It, please.
That would go viral,
please do it.
Put the I'm the Dog, the Big Bad Dog song on. Dude, I would die. You have Melania dressed up as Beth Chapman and shit.
Oh, brother.
Dude, that'd be fucking comedy.
You got to give him credit, though, man. The dude went in there and did it.
It was like an episode of Cops. Like,
you know, it's hard sometimes to cheer against him, you know? Like, he has endearing moments to him.
That's hard for you to say, too. I know it.
No, it's not. I'm honest, bro. You know? I'm honest. I think there's very interesting qualities of him, you know, that I guess he's just a fucking funny guy sometimes.
He is fucking hilarious.
And you know what the best part about him is? The guy's just saying delusional shit 90% of the time, but he makes people believe it.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think he makes himself believe it too, you know?
Even when the man was shot and getting up and fist bumping and going, fight!
Yeah. Like, he knew it was a great chance for a media op. Yeah, and he did it.
It was total photo op.
You gotta put him over.
Okay, I'm not trying to put my tinfoil hat on, but you look at that man's ear, that thing hasn't been touched back. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it here now. You can believe what you want. He was never shot with a fucking... Come on. This is for educational purposes, folks. I'm not trying to get sued, but seriously.
It's just interesting sometimes, man. You know? Like, he has some very...
That guy is bright fucking orange, and you're telling me you missed him on top of a building in a second? How the fuck did you miss that?
And not to mention the creature that did it to him.
Yeah, dude, that guy looked like he was out of an episode of like a retarded cousin. He was sweating. Seriously.
He looks like if about 6 months you would have seen him on one of those YouTube shows the Predator fucking catches, man. Like that's what that fucking creep looked like.
Yeah. Why don't you take a seat?
It's like when I see that kid, that Luigi kid that went up and did that tactical fucking assassination on the CEO of the company.
Yeah.
You see that kid and you're like, how did this motherfucker get like John Wick? Like when he fixed that jam as fast as he did his gun, and you and I know what it's like to get a jam in a fucking tight pinch, man. That's a fucking people don't realize that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're into shit, your gun will jam at some point. It's gonna happen.
Thank God on the M4s. Thank God on the M4s you have that where you have an ejection where you can hit it or you can pull it out real fast.
Yeah. I always remember the fucking acronym, and you'll know it too. Sports. You know, slap, pull, observe, release, tap, squeeze.
Yep.
You know, that's your thing if you get a jam. Right there. That fucking kid executed a tactical hit on a fucking CEO of a company. What is the world we were living in last year?
Well, what is the world we're living in fucking now?
Yeah.
God, you wake up and there's a regime change in like 24 hours, no casualties, but they blew the shit out of the building. Like, insane.
That was my wake-up call yesterday.
I woke up and everyone's like, hey, he got Maduro. And I'm like, I'm sitting here watching. I'm thinking, how the fuck did we do that? And then you see that he sent in Delta Force and you're like, how did he get approval for that? You know?
Yep. He didn't send in the shitbags too. He sent in the best.
Like, just because you go through your newly founded Department of War, that doesn't bypass Congress, you know? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh man, I couldn't resist talking about.
If they would have said, "Hey, we sent the Marine Corps," I'd have been like, "Well, he's got 150 days at a time that he can do that." But
yeah, no,
sending
he wasn't
fucking
sending
army,
in the grunts, bro. He was sending in about 30 of the nation's best.
God,
that 30 that probably rolled in on that mission could have taken out about 3,000 of theirs. So you know that, and I do too. You know,
yeah,
that would have fucked their day up.
However you feel about it, I don't know. I think it's our responsibility to be the world police? No, that's my take on it, and that's what I'll stick to.
Yep, we've got to be careful with history, man. We did it before, and what did it do? It cost us many people's lives.
It's really crazy that he looks like Saddam Hussein.
He does, bro. I was thinking the same fucking thing when I saw that.
Like we're in the Twilight Zone. It's like the same.
I've never seen a picture of him before yesterday.
Who, Maduro?
Yeah, I never looked at him. I'm not a big follower of the news. I don't either. I glance at it a little bit through the day, so I've never looked at a picture of Maduro. I had never had an urge or
Looks like your typical cocaine narco.
Yeah, I love the one that you made, Joey. Yes, post it up in the links if you can, man. So I guess we still have a Space Force too.
Dude, I was gonna crack the fuck up. I was talking to my buddy about it last night. We were having some beers over at his house, and I said that I was like, "What if he sent Space Force, dude? How funny would that be?"
So I went on an Air Force base in the summer, Richie, for the first time, and oh my god, maybe 10 years or so since a little after I left, probably. So it's been about 10 years for me. First thing I went to my buddy Josh's ceremony. One of the first signs I saw was for Space Force that was on that installation. I had to ask Josh, my buddy that was retiring, the first thing I said, "Is the Space Force really a fucking thing?" And
do they have a boot camp?
I don't think they have their own boot camp. I think it just goes to the Air Force still.
Okay.
So I think it still just goes to the Air Force. But they really are their own attachment of the military. And it's really a thing. I thought it wasn't, bro, and it is. It really is. I saw the signs to prove it, and
what did they even do?
They do stuff with the space hubs, and probably the stuff with satellites and shit like that. That's what I would assume. Because it was formerly, I think, what was the Air Force Space Command. So I think they just transformed it into their whole other branch. People don't know this about the Air Force. I do, because I was in it for 12 fucking years. But cyberspace is the Air Force's biggest function out of everything. It's not the airplanes. Yes, they have a ton of airplanes. The Navy actually has a bigger fleet of planes than the Air Force.
The Marines actually took over air-to-air combat.
They do a ton, for sure. Mm-hmm. They do a ton. So, yes, the Air Force does have those things, but their main thing is cyberspace. So everything for them is what's up in space. They're hitting up in that side. So I think they just transformed the Space Command portion to the Space Force. I don't know why you need a separate branch for it, though.
It cracks me up because he, with the sign of a pen, like he just creates his own shit, the Department of War, and he has this General Patton moment with fucking Pete Hegseth or whatever the fuck his name is and stuff. It's all comedy, dude. It's all fucking comedy. It's like a bad episode of Monday Night Raw in the fucking Attitude Era. Like,
so we're talking about things that aren't wrestling related, but that's one of the things in 2026 that we're going to be doing more of on the show, and it's something me and Richie have talked about here. Joey, thanks, buddy. Oh, you got to check that picture out later, Rich. You got to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great that Joey made up. But we're gonna talk more stuff here on the show that isn't just wrestling related. So like we do 2 shows a week now. We're pretty much universally sticking to that all the time unless something comes up. Wednesdays and Sundays we're doing the show, and this is before we'll get to the main event. But we pretty much stuck to that. Sunday's going to be our retro topic day, and then during the week on Wednesdays it's going to be where we're going to talk modern topics more. We're always going to talk some modern topics on Sunday show, but it's going to be the main focus of the Wednesday show now. And we're going to talk non-wrestling stuff too.
I was going to say we're going to have an MMA segment called MMA Quick Hits. We're going to get in there, touch on the MMA news and stuff like that, because we're going to have Paramount start watching the PLEs for UFC. Yep. If that's something you guys want to do, where we stream the PLEs for the UFC on here and watch them and comment, have them in the background, we can all watch it together. We can either have you guys on or us watch as you guys are in the chat, whatever you guys want to do. I really want to start getting the UFC involved in this too. So
yeah, and we're going to talk about some real life topics like we were just talking about now. We're not going to be a political show. It's not what we do. But going back to the roots of the show, we've always done stuff like this on the show in the past. We've just steered away from a lot of it through the years. But You know, wrestling with reality isn't just a wrestling show. It's about things that go on in the real world too. So we're going to start doing more of that, those types of segments on the coming year. But Wednesdays are going to be primarily news topics that we're going to be discussing. And then the theme of the weeks will typically be on like a Sunday. And then we'll also, of course, do like our trivia shows and stuff like that we do throughout the year. And all the same normal stuff. But, you know, just kind of a way we're going to organize it this year because we're really trying to make a good push this year to get a few things fixed up here and, you know, hopefully be monetized and all that stuff here soon. So a lot of fun stuff to come in 2026. It's going to be a really good year and a lot of fun topics that we're going to be putting on the show here, things that are outside of wrestling, because let's be real. Wrestling is such a small part of mine and your life, you know, just the most minuscule. We love it. And like you guys do, but there's other elements to this that we like to talk about too.
Yeah.
It's just.
And you're going to love our Vegas show, by the way. We are going to do a show while we're in Vegas, and I think you guys are going to laugh your ass off. So.
Will they get Frank?
They're going to get Frank.
Might be some bad footage.
I hope to God you do a few of those.
Pray it'll happen. I'm sure it'll happen at least once. So. They shut down the tracker system.
I saw that.
In the sky. That's one thing that they just showed us, that they were turning the lights off the buildings live while somebody was doing a stream, and then Delta Force did their job. That's what they do, buddy.
Man.
No, we are not going to be doing a show in Saudi.
No, we're not going to Saudi. Fuck that.
I think I can speak for you on this one. I have spent enough time in the Middle East.
We're good. We're
good. No urge to ever fucking go back.
No. Miami, maybe somewhere like that. New York, cool. Saudi Arabia, fuck that.
Well, I'll travel all across the world. I ain't fucking going. My fiance wanted to go to fucking Dubai recently. She was talking about Dubai.
Great chocolate, horrible area.
I said, no thanks, man. I said, hey, I was there for like 3.5 months in Abu Dhabi, you know, so, and then I've been to Dubai a million times, and I was like, no. I've spent enough time in the Middle East. I have no urge to want to go back, no matter what they've done to it. If you ever want to go one day, you're welcome to. No fucking Dubai for me.
Rand, we did do that for a while. We were doing the asylum years, actually.
Yeah. The thing about watch-alongs are that we don't do them on a frequent basis anymore is we used to do a lot of them, and I'm not really into watch-alongs a lot. And Richie,
dude, it's very I don't know. It's very it's like automated. Like I don't like doing it because we don't get to have interesting conversations and stuff like that. It's hard to do. You can only do so many oohs and ahs of the same fucking shit that you watched over and over.
And we do them like season by season. We'll sprinkle them in every couple of months and stuff, but we're not real watch along guys. So
now, if it's live stream shit, you know, that's different
because it's a live reaction to what's going on.
It, you know, exactly.
And we are going to do more of that this year. It's just the old stuff, the watch alongs, and just not really for them that much anymore. Yeah. Lord knows we've done them so many times through the years.
Hopefully we can get some interviews of some people this year too. I would really like to do some of that in there too.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely make it happen for sure. You know, it's not that hard to usually do for some decent names at least. I got to get over my thing is I'm not a big fan of doing them either.
Yeah,
you know that about me. You know, I always try to talk myself out of doing them.
Right.
And I don't know why. It's just that I don't know. It's hard for me to always find questions that are different than what a million other people have asked them in the past.
Right.
But it always works out good for us when we do them, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
We've done a lot of them through the years. That's for sure. You know, it's just, I don't know. I got to get over that sometimes. We all have things that we like and we're better at than others. I don't think I'm a very good interviewer like that.
Well, I think you're a great interviewer. I've seen a lot of them that you've done by yourself too. And they're really good.
I appreciate that. I don't think I am, but you know that maybe that's just me being hard on myself. I don't think it's my best stuff that I do. I'm a jokester like you are, and just having fun on here. That's when I feel that I'm at my best, when I can just hit me and just have a good time. I hate playing like fucking pretentious for somebody. Though there are some people that we have done it throughout the years that I was really excited to do, and I was super happy to. You know,
sure.
I was happy that we had everybody on that we did for the most part, but there was a few that I was way more elated to do. Like when I got to do Mark Marrow and Vicky Guerrero, those were two of my favorites I've ever done.
Sure.
Mark was the coolest dude ever.
Yep.
Just such a class human being, and it was nice to tell him that. And
that's
like one of the types.
He's getting married in like 3 days.
I think he already got married.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
cool.
He already got married again. So
that's awesome, man.
Good for Mark, man. He deserves it. So Remember that Garfield always tried to send Nirmal to do Abu Dhabi as a punishment, and now that place is a destination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I lived there for a few months in Abu Dhabi. It was a hell of a place. It was interesting. It was very beautiful for what they had, but enough for me. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures online of Raven and the flock with the members there still alive, all of them there except for Kidman? I did see it. It was kind of sad to see a few of them.
I didn't see that.
I'll find it for you later and I'll send it to you.
Is Hammer still alive, or did he go to jail, or what was that? What happened with him?
Who's that?
Van Hammer?
I don't know what ever happened to him. They never show him. You know, he's not one that I think comes out to the conventions anymore or even gets an invite. He had a really bad.
Raven looks terrible, doesn't he?
He does, but I think he's dying or very sick with Parkinson's or something like that.
Parkinson's.
You know, and did you see his documentary?
No.
Yeah, he's got a documentary on Amazon.
Did you watch it?
No, you got to pay for it, and you know, no disrespect to Raven, I'm not a big enough fan to want to pay like whatever it is, like $5 or $9 for it.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a look. I've always liked Raven.
I respect his work tremendously.
Yeah.
You know, I just never have been a huge Raven guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was fucking phenomenal with some of his ECW stuff with Sandman and Tommy Dreamer, of course, you know, but I really hope that it's a success for him. And I know he's had a lot of health issues, but it was nice to see the Yeti in one of them. They had the Yeti in there. He's just
nice.
He looks like just a big cuddly teddy bear, man. You know, it's like this nice guy that's just ginormously fucking huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sick Boy looked very fucking sick, and Perry Saturn looks like he doesn't know what universe he lives in.
Lodi looks fucking jacked now. Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's on the gas, man.
He's on the gas.
Yeah. Didn't he have a heart issue too a couple years ago?
I'm sure he's going to have one quickly if he doesn't stop.
Hopefully he stops hitting the gas if he is.
You know, ask Scott Steiner and Triple H. They'll both tell you.
Yeah, it doesn't work out well for you if you do that. So
yeah, I think The Rock's going through that right now too.
It's not a good idea, but you know, people don't think about that shit in the short term, right?
Nope.
Yeah, they don't. Well, hey guys, let's take a little break here, and then when we get back, we'll do the main event to conclude the show. We're going to look at the greatest Royal Rumble moments. What are some of your favorites? What are some of the things that you've liked the most about the Royal Rumble through the years? What are some of the things you love the most about it? We'll talk about it when we come back from the break. So we'll say about 5 to 10, we'll be back. Don't leave us. We'll be right back.
Quiet.
said I'd love her forevermore. But the trouble is I tell the same old story to every girl that walks through the door. You should the slickster talking at you, honey. Yeah. Well, first they love me and then they don't. Sometimes they do it and sometimes they won't. So I said to this girl, hey, you get out. And she got to her feet and began to shout, you a die so bro, a die so bro. And you're always lying to your friends. You a die so bro, a die so bro. And you never get nothing in the end. What you talking about, ladies? This is the slickster talking to you. I don't do nothing but tell the truth. Well, they thought this dude might learn a lesson, but I didn't learn a thing at all. While late last night I was out there messing with a lady that was 7 feet tall. Now that was a big one. So I said, hey baby, spend the night at my house. She said, no way, you jive little mouse. I said, hey there baby, can't take no more. So she threw me on the floor in a big old boy singing, jive so bro, a jive so bro. And you always lie to your friends. You're a jive so bro, a jive so bro. And you never get nothing in the end. Jive so bro. Hey, wait a minute everybody. Ain't no jive so bro. Jive so bro.
right, everybody, we are back from the break. Hopefully, you guys had a good little break there. Richie, Royal Rumble, man. Where does Royal Rumble rank on your favorite wrestling pay-per-views?
WrestleMania for me is always going to be my favorite. For obvious reasons, it's the biggest show of the year and stuff like that. But I've got some other favorite ones. Judgment Day was always a good one that I liked, and stuff like that. Halloween Havoc for WCW and stuff. But Royal Rumble for me, I would say is probably number 3.
Number 3, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Royal Rumble used to be my number 1. It still is, I guess, but it's lost a lot of its luster to me over the last few years. What I used to love about the Royal Rumble the most was the surprises that would come out.
The surprise entrances and the cameos and stuff like that were good, but when they started getting bad was when like one of the surprise entrants was fucking Pat McAfee and shit. It's like, come on,
Or
I don't know. Yeah, Royal Rumble for me, it's definitely number 3, and a lot of it, I'm sure it would have been number 2 at some point, but a lot of it, like you said, they've lost the luster on it. So
Royal Rumble has always been the building block to WrestleMania. It's still the focal linchpin, so to speak, that brings WrestleMania together every year. But I always loved it because even as a kid, when I go back as far and I figure, think of my favorite Royal Rumble moments was when I fell in love with wrestling, was Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. And it all started at the Royal Rumble. I think it was in 1989 that they had that where Hogan threw him out. And that's one of my favorite moments because it's what really started the big Mega Powers Explode angle. And they used the Rumble to make that into the biggest marquee match of the year. And I mean, that shit was just so over back in that time. I remember as a kid, it was everywhere. They were talking about Hogan and the Macho Man. And it all started at the Royal Rumble,
I liked the time, for me personally, for the Royal Rumble. A lot of my favorite ones were like obviously Stone Cold's back-to-back Royal Rumbles that he won, and when he lost to Vince McMahon in the Rumble the one year where he got dumped over it, he ended up getting screwed. The No Chance in Hell one. Those were the ones that were the more memorable ones for me, and they were great. So
this is a great one right here. I agree with Rand right here too. The 3 faces of Foley in the Rumble in the match, just tremendous. That Mick
That's pretty cool.
Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love all in one match.
Yeah, and it was always cool to see who was gonna top Kane's record of most eliminations, or the number 1 guy starting and finishing the Rumble like Rey Mysterio and Benoit. Those were cool elements of it too. That you always thought that the number 1 guy was gonna get thrown out pretty quickly, and to watch somebody finally get to go the whole Rumble and win it. And they even did that with Ric Flair and stuff like that back in the day. So pretty cool shit.
Yeah, 92 Rumble is one of my favorite Royal Rumble moments too. And I'm not a Ric Flair guy. I've said it a million times here on the show, but that whole match where the winner was going to get the WWF Championship at the time, that was so cool to watch as a kid because it was going to be that first moment where you got Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair in the same ring. And
what does this say here?
Sorry to interrupt you guys' show, but there's a no TAM overpulling right now, and they moved a bunch of equipment to the UK a minute ago from the United States. In the Doomsday plane moved to Washington, D.C. from...
Uh-oh.
What's that?
It's about to get interesting, fellas. Hope you brought your sunscreen.
Uh-oh.
They're going to drop the sun on us now for getting Maduro.
Man.
2026 is going to be an interesting year, I'll tell you that.
Hopefully nothing bad's happening.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, well, me and you are retired.
You only live once, baby. You only live once.
Already been through that shit, man.
Yeah.
My guns are hung up, man. I'm sitting here with Turbo Man and you guys right now.
But we're very much okay. Everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, let's hope so. This Superfly and Piper moment in the Rumble, that was hilarious with them, kind of facing each other off. I remember that. That was the same Rumble that Cena came back at the end, if I remember correctly. But
yeah, that was a good one. Did Hogan ever win the Royal Rumble when he came back from WCW?
No, but he never won it. He never won it when he came back. He won it twice. I think it was 90, 91, I think is when he won it, and in 92, he did not win it. Ric Flair won it in '92. And
But in the 2000s when he came back, he never won it, correct?
no, never won it.
Okay.
Never won it.
Hi, Shane. What's going on?
What's going on, buddy? How's it going?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, but that '92 moment with Rick and everybody in the World Championship being the thing, that was a cool moment back as a kid, man, watching it.
Yeah.
And just the excitement of getting Hogan and Flair there at the same time. You know,
Royal Rumble 2000 was a good one, by the way, Laza. That I just watched that actually, and it really was a good one.
The debut of Taz against Kurt Angle in the Triple H versus Cactus Jack match. Yeah. Cactus Jack was fucking phenomenal in that run with Triple H.
You know, it's crazy because, you know, the pops that Cactus Jack got, and I'm not saying Cactus Jack when he was with Terry Funk in the tag team, when he first, you know, had that come out. My thing is Cactus Jack, when he was putting his career at an end, got bigger pops, probably some of the biggest pops in Mick Foley's career, you know, at that time. So, and some of his best work too. The feud with between Triple H and Mick Foley, whether he was Mankind, whether he was Dude Love, whether whoever, the matches with Triple H were always great. They had a crazy chemistry together.
Yeah, but I agree. What are some of the undercard matches you guys like? Throw them out there. I can't remember all the undercard matches all the time. Did they have one of the ladder matches at the Rumble one year?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like Shawn and was it Shawn and Razor? No, or was that at WrestleMania?
That was at Mania.
Okay, and then they redid it at I think it was SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
What do we think of Cena's retirement tour? Overall, I mean, it had some great moments, Shane, but I think there was a lot of parts of it that we wish we could have back, you know?
Yeah, we did a past show on the Saturday night main event, final match of Cena. We also did covering the final of his tour. So, you know, Cena's tour, I think, was handled. Some parts were good, some parts were bad. The heel turn was absolute dog shit. And they fumbled the bag with that, you know, in a big way. So glad he finished it the way he did. Wished he would have left the jorts in the ring. I think it would have been fucking hilarious. But yeah, I think all in all, the Saturday night's main event match was good.
I know some people had heat for it. We talked about it before once again, but I like the ending to it. I thought it was a great ending, you know?
Yeah, Benoit and Jericho, I think, did a ladder match. You're right, Joey.
Yeah, and if you had those two in a match, you know it was going to be fucking phenomenal.
That's where I think Jericho did the walls of Jericho up on top of the fucking ladder.
I think you were right.
Yeah,
I think you were right.
It was for the IC belt. Yeah. Who could forget that phenomenal feud for the IC title? That was, you know, that was awesome. I mean, Jericho and Benoit, they played hot potato with that IC belt for a while.
And those were the times, too, and the IC belt was pretty watered down, but when those guys had it, they made it pretty interesting.
Yeah, between Kurt Angle, Jericho, and Benoit, it was great.
Yeah. What else? What are some other great Royal Rumble moment matches? All right, or Royal Rumble matches in general. It doesn't just have to be the Rumble match itself. I'll go to the Rumble match, though. Some people might not like this finish, but I do. And I like this Royal Rumble. Was the 94 one with Brett and Lex Luger having the both touching at the same time type of thing. And they had to be the co-winners. So
yeah.
What software app do we use? We use StreamYard, Shane. So we use StreamYard for it. So really easy. Check out StreamYard.com. And I think if you use our name or whatever, we get a $25 bonus too. So please feel free, you know, if you sign up and have a thing, use on StreamYard. They've always worked well for us. But 94 Rumble, I like the joint winners with Hogan, or excuse me, with Brett and with Lex. I thought it was phenomenal, and I thought it set up some pretty cool matchups for WrestleMania 10. I love the Owen and Brett match that we got out of it, and I love Brett finally getting his win against Yokozuna in there. And Lex had been in the main event picture there for a while, and it just hadn't gotten over to the way they wanted it to. They weren't ever going to put the belt on him, but Lex got another moment with Yoko too in there. So I like that ending. Both of those guys had to be so good to make that happen at the same time and be realistic, because it doesn't work out really well most of the time when they do that. And you have one shot to do it. I liked it.
I totally forgot that Stone Cold won 3 Royal Rumbles.
Yeah. Didn't he win 2 in a row as well?
He won 2 in a row, and then he won the one where he turned heel.
Yeah.
And went against The Rock.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
Give me another one for you. Another great Royal Rumble moment that you loved.
I'll go on the women's side. I liked the 2023 Rumble when Rhea Ripley won. Thought that was a really good one. Thought that was a good moment for her career. She kind of plateaued after that. You know, you're seeing a lot of that with her now, but I thought that was a really good moment for her when she won that.
Yeah, absolutely. The women's Royal Rumble matches don't usually do it for me.
You know what? They actually are following suit with what we like, though, with the surprise. There's more surprise entrants that are actually like good in the women's one than there is the guy ones.
Agreed on that. Yeah, good point. I don't know. The match itself just never is as good as the men's one to me, but it's not for a lack of trying on their part.
I mean, I'm not saying that was like a favorite moment for me or anything like that, but we had to mention the women's one at least a little bit.
Here you go, Jeremy. I'll put it right in here. There's a link if you want to come on.
Didn't know Batista won 2 times. I thought he only won once.
Didn't
I think
he do a double? Wasn't he a double winner with somebody one year too? I think they redid it with him and Cena. I think it was him and Cena.
Was Big Show and The Rock the same thing, or did they? So I think it was Big Show and The Rock went out at the same time, and then Big Show versus The Rock on Raw, which then The Rock ended up beating the Big Show, I think, or something like that.
I don't remember. Did the Big Show ever win one?
I don't know. That was kind of the cool moments of Royal Rumble during that time too, in like the 2000s era, because you had so many big guys like Kane and Rikishi and Big Show, and you were always wondering how they were going to get eliminated. You know? Yeah,
because they were the ones always like Kane held the record or whatever, right? For most,
I think with 13, 13 eliminations.
And that was the thing with Kane every year was Kane would come in. It was how many people was he going to mow through every year? You know?
I wonder if who holds the record now. You think almost? Probably Brock.
Maybe Brock.
Yeah, because Brock, remember we got pissed off that year at that Rumble that Brock came out and he just fucking
got rid of like 10 people or something like that in like one shot. Yeah, I think it is Brock.
That.
Yeah, I think it is Brock now. Kane was notorious every year for it though, and it was a big fun part of the Rumble to watch every year. And then you got to go with his brother Undertaker on another great moment in the Royal Rumble, and it's not for something that the Undertaker did per se of winning. But it was when Maven kicked him out, and he ended up.
It was a great moment.
It was phenomenal, man. Here you had Maven, this kid that just came off the reality TV show. And by the way, I love Maven. If you ever watch his YouTube channel, like his YouTube channel is phenomenal and is having such great success. So congratulations to him. And he's just a class act of a guy, from what it seems to.
For sure.
And I love that moment with Maven coming in, the tough enough rookie. You know, hadn't even had a match yet, type of shit. And he comes out, Undertaker kicks him right out with the drop kick, man, and ends up taking him out.
And the reaction on his face was priceless. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
And Undertaker looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then he beats the shit out of him for about 5 minutes straight.
I think that's when Taker was the hardcore champion.
I don't remember or not. He was the American badass at that point. I remember.
Yeah,
it was the Hardys that helped him. You know, and Hardys and Lita, and he had taken them out of the match, and they had something where I think he tried to kill Lita on camera or something, or almost did, and they were playing it up again, the whole feud with the Undertaker and them, and then they have that distraction, and then Maven just coming up behind with that just perfectly done drop kick.
It was one of the best technical drop kicks I've ever seen.
Absolutely, bro. And he's talked about it on his show before too. He's like, you got one shot to hit the best drop kick of your life. And he didn't know many moves, he had said, had very minimal training. And then here you're going into the ring with the fucking Undertaker to eliminate him. You better hit the best damn drop kick ever, kid.
And he fucking did, dude.
Oh my God, it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I thought Maven didn't get a fair shake in WWE.
Agreed. But he takes a lot of ownership for it in his, that he talks about on his channel.
He was young and dumb.
Absolutely. Made some stupid decisions, wasn't doing things the right way. He had said that he wasn't taking the time that they were trying to get him to every day to come and work with people and to get better so that they could push him to another level, and that he wasn't coming in and he wasn't taking it seriously like that. And he wasn't listening to the, feedback people were giving him and telling him what to do to get better. Like, he was too big-headed for it. And he said he got a crash dose in reality of it,
Right.
And I respect people that say that.
Sure.
Because hell, how many times
at one point?
Yeah, we've all done it, at some points of our lives, done something stupid where we just didn't listen and we became legends in our own mind. And hey, You know, he's doing pretty damn well for himself now, probably making a couple $1,000,000 a year on putting a YouTube show out once or twice a week.
Probably.
You know?
Probably.
Not a bad deal for the kid. I think he's doing well for himself.
Absolutely.
I just watched him and Stevie Richards team up on an injury show where people got injured in matches and where the X was called without anybody even knowing it. Awesome. Cool. All right, Jeremy's here. Jeremy, what you got, brother?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man? You sound like shit. Poor guy.
It's food poisoning. It's pretty awful.
Fuck. You're a trooper here, man. Well, we'll let you tell us your favorite moment
Appreciate
here.
you coming on.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome. I think it is 2009, 2010 is the first pay-per-view I'd ever been to. It's the first time Edge had won it for the first time. He come back from a leg injury, and he wrestled Jericho that year, WrestleMania. It was probably one of the loudest events I'd ever been to.
It's pretty cool.
That was a Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was when Edge won.
What year was that? And was that like 2009
09 or 2010.
Gotcha. I don't remember a lot of that era as much. I was deployed at that time.
Yeah, he's another multi-time winner.
Yeah, he's won twice, I think.
And,
are you a huge Edge fan, Jeremy?
I mean, back then I really was. Of course, the ones with Randy Orton were probably some of my favorites.
Yeah, I'd say that. Randy Orton was a good one. God, there's a lot of multi-time winners, that I think we haven't touched on even.
Did The Miz ever win one?
No.
He's one that should have won, I think, at least one time. Like I'm surprised The Miz never did. Who else has won? So did Kane ever win one? No. Okay. What's another Royal Rumble moment that you love in the history of the Rumble for you, Jeremy?
Probably the night Ric Flair won the title.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people ain't a fan of Ric Flair. I've come to not really like the guy because of the way he's living life now.
God, he looks like shit lately.
Oh yeah.
But for him to be in his mid-40s and come in at number 3 and go the distance, and then he has that promo at the end where it says a tear in my eye, and you can actually see him crying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bobby the Brain Heenan sold it so well when he came out at number 3 too. He was so mad and he was just screaming about it, and he just set it up so perfectly right from the start. Those little details at that time of how they would do
things. That's what makes it.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Mm-hmm. Go.
Any more, Jeremy?
Water.
Let me get a little bit of that horsepower. Any more you got for us, buddy?
Jeremy, if you drink out of the horse trough, man, I hear
that's why he's got food poisoning right now. He was trying to toughen up this week when he was out in the Smoky Mountains, man.
Yeah.
He drank a horse trough?
No.
Damn.
But imagine having to drive home 3 hours with that stuff.
Oh, fuck, man. How many times do you have to stop to go take a fucking...
Yeah. I lost count.
Feel for you, brother. You probably lost 15 pounds.
Feel better, dude. Feel better, buddy.
Body armor and saltine crackers on my stomach. That's all I have.
Wow, brother. Well, you take it easy. You're going to work tomorrow?
No, I'm taking a day off.
You're a smart man.
I have nothing left.
There you go. Well, feel better, brother. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
All right. See y'all guys.
Dude. Yep. Bye. All right, Joey. What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on? Just driving home
from the
work.
mobile office now.
He is in a mobile office.
Driving home from work. So.
Oh, buddy. Well, welcome home from work soon. What you got for us? Favorite Royal Rumble moments? Give us one.
It's probably has to be. Damn it! I just thought of it too, and now I forgot. One of my favorites is probably a personal one when in '99 when The Rock and Mankind had that match, the I Quit match. And then,
yes.
The next day, me and my best friend wore Rock shirts to school, and we got so much heat from everybody for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so So that was pretty cool. So, and then, despite what he did, I mean, the guy's still a monster. But the lead up to the 2004 Royal Rumble, where Paul Heyman pretty much told, the winner that year that he was going to make him enter at number 1, and he cut this passionate promo on him saying that he'd never break his will. That was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, you'll never get hate from us for talking about Benoit, man. That's one thing that I'll always say is, like, we can separate the two, being the individual and the wrestler, and say what you will about him. There was a lot of favorite moments in my lifetime that I watched wrestling that involved Chris Benoit, and I'll never be ashamed of that. So I don't condone anything that he did, but I damn sure enjoyed the line of work that he left behind. So
yeah, so I just didn't want to offend anybody. So
no, you're good.
Not at all, man. We're not putting over what he did. We're talking about his career, and we can all separate it because you know what? We're grown ass, individuals here on this show here who don't get offended over everything, man. We can separate what the awful acts at the end of his life from the great stuff that he did for his career, and just talk about the career side,
Yeah, look at Jimmy Snuka. He still gets glorified and's in the Hall of fucking Fame, and he fucking, say what you will about him, but he did what he did. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I have a couple more if you got time.
Sure, brother.
Sure.
Okay, Bushwhacker. I think Luke marching in, getting thrown out, then marching right back out.
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Tremendous timing too. It was like he didn't miss a step.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, and then when they were drawing the numbers in 05, when Ric Flair and Eddie Guerrero drew their numbers, Eddie Guerrero was pissed at his. And Ric Flair started celebrating him.
He fucking stole it.
He stole it from him, yeah. So,
Eddie was great.
Yeah, he was. He was really great. And then I think my last one was the 2020 Rumble, because I went to that one. My girlfriend at the time got me tickets for Christmas, and I got to go to that one. So that one was pretty cool. So
nice.
Yeah, but
during COVID?
No, it was right before COVID.
Okay.
Before COVID, yeah.
Gotcha.
But I think she got COVID at the Royal Rumble because there were a lot of people from overseas that came over to see to that event. So I mean, I'm not throwing blame. I'm just saying, how it kind of spread like really like wildfire, like pretty quick. I think she caught it when we went there. So.
Damn.
Yeah. So.
Damn. Just to quote Ron Simmons. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. But yeah, those are my memories. So.
They call it the Chinese virus because it's from China. That shit's funny.
Well, thanks, Joey. Appreciate you coming on, brother.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too, buddy.
You too.
Yep. Good picks from everybody there.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, those are some good picks, man. There's just so many Royal Rumble moments that we could go down and discuss, because there's been so many things through the years. I got to give one more, though, that I loved just for selfish reasons, because I had seen a lot of his work through the years sporadically. I never got a chance to watch him all the time. But every time I did, I loved him as a performer. And I was so looking forward to the day when he eventually came in to the WWE. And in 2016, when AJ Styles debuted, was one of my favorite Royal Rumble moments, too.
Hell yeah.
Loved seeing him get his shot. And he had a hell of a showing in the Rumble. And he's had a Hall of Fame career and then some. And
the cool thing about that too was his entrance was a surprise.
Yeah,
and it lived up. Like nobody knew
how Roman sold it.
And then when he came out and that song hit, and he's a phenomenal one up on the stage, and it's just like, good Lord, they knocked that one. That moment was knocked out of the park for him.
100%, man. And it started from the music being different than what people would have expected from him. Roman Reigns' reaction that he had in the ring when the music hit, he's like, who's this? And then AJ Styles comes out, fucking place when they see the Phenomenal One. Excuse me. When they see the Phenomenal One, the place just goes, like you said, fucking bonkers. Tremendous Royal Rumble moment. And if anybody deserves a great moment in the Royal Rumble, it's AJ Styles, man.
For sure.
What a fucking career he's had.
Absolutely.
We don't talk enough about AJ Styles on the show here.
No, we need to more. I mean, I've been a huge AJ Styles fan.
Everything I've ever seen, he's good.
Jeremy got you sick, man. Just kidding.
He got me sick from Mobley. We were going to church this morning. This is a funny story. We were going to church this morning, and there's been a lot of flu going around here and shit, too. And my dad had said to me right before, he's like, maybe we should sit it out this week. And I said, don't be a fucking candy ass. And I was like, come on, we'll be fine.
Don't be a candy ass.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Let's go. So my dad ends up going. And I said to my dad right before I walked in, I said, man, I really haven't been sick in a long time. I said, I'm starting to think I'm immune. Started feeling the sniffles, started feeling my throat getting a little scratchy tonight. I fucking jinxed myself right before I walked.
You better not get sick before our trip, man. I will drag you there.
I'm coming out one way or the other.
Yeah.
I ain't getting sick like that. It's gonna happen. If I'm shitting and pissing myself and puking myself like Jeremy, I'm still getting on that fucking plane.
Hell yeah.
And I have a non-refundable ticket, and I almost killed myself for $50. I'll definitely be getting on the plane no matter what here. So it definitely will be. Well, any closing thoughts before we head off tonight, my friend?
Appreciate y'all coming out and checking out the show again. To the new viewer that came on, we appreciate you giving us a watch, and hopefully you can follow and like the YouTube channel. We're trying to get it monetized this year. You guys can go over there and check it out. We appreciate you watching on Facebook, but it does help the show out more if you watch on YouTube. A lot of good stuff coming in 2026 between the UFC on Paramount with the PLEs. We're going to be streaming MMA quick hits for a new segment of the show. Goof of the week, superhuman moments, all kinds of stuff sprinkled in. We're going to have a lot of fun. Maybe touch on some lunacy here and there kind of thing, and get back to doing some of the fun stuff with the fantasy bookings and trivia. We got everything here that you could probably like as a fan. So hopefully we offer you something, and man, we'll see you down the road.
So for Wednesday's show, here's the topic I want to do. It's a modern topic, since Wednesday's going to be our more modern theme day of the week that we're going to talk about stuff. Something that came out this week. We've talked about it many times on the show. We've talked about his case many times on the show, but there's a lot of new information that kind of came out this week with Vince McMahon and some text messages that have come out. And, I really want
to. So it'll be a first time for me.
All right. This is a good topic because, boy, when you see these text messages and when we break down into it a little bit, I think you're gonna agree with me. Man, there's some real illegal shit that's going on here that was being done, and I want to look into the Vince McMahon case a little bit more. And go
we've done a few episodes on it. It's always interesting to touch on. It's fun. Not fun of what happened to the lady, but fun nonetheless.
This has nothing to do with Janelle Grant here. This episode.
Oh, okay. Is it like funding?
This is all the business side of it. And,
so it's financial.
Yep. And what was going on in regards to him positioning himself a certain way and everybody trying to position him a certain way for shareholder sales and things like that, potential very illegal things that might actually come back to bite Mr. McMahon in the keister, so to speak. And some stuff that was uncovered.
Is Vince going to join the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club this year?
He might be. I don't know, man. If some of this stuff, if they can dig and find some information on the stuff we're going to talk about, I don't know, my friend. He might be joining Diddy in prison somewhere because
he's gonna go be the new president of Venezuela.
Yeah, he's gonna.
With that haircut, he probably could, man.
He'll be like El Chapo in there, It'll be like
Vince almost looks like Maduro
a
little bit if he gets a tan, so he could go over there and be his stunt double.
He's gonna be the genetic jackhammer in the can, man.
There you go.
But it's gonna be interesting, I think, when we look at this a little bit, and I really would like you guys' thoughts on this after we talk about it a little bit. You think that Mr. McMahon and some of the other people in WWE might have some stuff to be worried about here soon? Is some people going to get uncovered here for doing some really illegal shit? Let's talk about it on Wednesday night. I think it'll be a good topic.
Perfect.
Well, everybody, we will see you guys again on Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday night at our normal time, and my phone is just like blowing up right now because I didn't mute it, so apologies. But we'll be back Wednesday night at our normal time. We'll be talking about modern topics like we were just discussing with Mr. McMahon and so much more. So for Richie, I am John. We're out of here. We'll see you guys again on Wednesday.